So today we're going to learn about how to use preorder functions. Well, preorder method is basically how to traverse in a binary tree, right? So let's look at the concept here on the PowerPoint. And this PowerPoint basically show how we're going to manipulate the data and basically traverse in the nodes, the binary trees. So where is it useful, right? Preorder. Well, it's used for mostly mirroring binary tree and copying this in original tree. So that's one of the usefulness, right? And there's multiple reasons that we can use this tree for multiple reasons, right? So yeah, first we're going to store it on stack. So we're going to simulate this recursive functions type, right? So right now we're trying to get the answers and store it on some type of linear array, something like this: 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 7, 8, 6. So we're going to store that in array because of the challenge asks us to do it like that and return that. So first we're going to store it on the stack, and 1 will be stored there, and then pop it out and store it on the answers and check if the right is, if there is a right empty or not. So if the right now is not empty, then we're going to store it, and left, check the left. If it's not empty, then we're going to store it, and the while loop will going to back to popping up from the stack. Last in first out. So we're going to pop number 2 and then check the right. If there's nothing there, we're going to store the 2, and then if we're going to check the left, and then if left is not empty, then we're going to push it on the stack, right? And check if there's pop it out later on, and then check left and right, nothing's there, so we're going to move on to node 3, and so on. So it's going to repeat that, the same repetitions that we just did. So that's what they look like for preorder. And as you can see, we're going from 1 to 4. So it's very good for mirroring a binary tree. Okay, so let's code this concept on JavaScript. So let's try and implement here. We're going to type this dot preorder and function, and we're going to pass null equal to this dot root, and we will have to return create per answer, and that will be stack, and then per stack, and that will be our stack, and return the answer, right? And check if no is empty, if the tree is empty or not, right? If it's empty, then we're going to return null for indicating the tree is empty. All right, and then we're going to stack.push null. So that's the root that we just pushed, and we're going to traverse if the stack.length is greater than 0, then we're gonna traverse inside the tree. Okay, so we will pop the stack and check if not, and then once we pop, sorry, I forgot to set it. After we pop, we have to store it on the answer array. That will be node.value, right? And if node.if, and we're going to check the right side. So node.right, if it's not empty, then we will push stack.push, and then we're going to push node.right. Correct? And if node.left is not empty, then we're going to push node.left on the stack. And that's the way we're going to do it. So after that, everything will work fine. And so let's see how this thing is working correctly or not. So Control and Enter. So as you can see, preorder method should return an array of node values that result. Preorder traversal, so you're working correctly. See, and then preorder also return if the tree is empty. So it worked, and that's it for the preorder.